Stay on, dude. Whoa. Oh. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at the belly on this one. Holy cow. You think this guy's been eating? Look at down this fish's mouth. What do you think he's eating? Mr. Crayfish didn't make it home tonight. That one just hit the water. And that fish was on.
Welcome to the inner circle. Rotating coverage up to 300 feet gives you a detailed 360-degree view of structure, contour changes, and fish. So you can see them before they see you. Introducing 360 imaging, only from Humminbird.
Time on the Water Outdoors is your fishing and hunting boating center. We have boats from Bass Cat, Sea Ark, Skeeter, Alumacraft, and Premier Pontoons. If you hunt or fish, we've got a boat that'll work for you. Time on the Water Outdoors has a full-service tackle department with lines like Shimano, Terminator, Rapala, as long as a complete line of Hyla baits. If you're going to go fishing on the Illinois River, we have a full-service live bait system here. Come to Time on the Water Outdoors, for outdoorsmen, by outdoorsmen. Oh no, it's a big old smallie. This is a giant here. Look at this fish. This is 6 pounds.
Time on the Water is brought to you in part by Shimano Rods and Reels.
This show is filmed on the Wolf River. We've filmed quite a few shows there before. Haven't been there in a few years. It's one of my favorite bodies of water. And I've been just itching to get back up there. We got there mid-May. Went with a friend, which always makes it fun, Jerry Nielsen, who's out near Time on the Water Outdoors, actually a member of the Thunderbird Bass Club. Brought him with. It was neat to see it through his eyes as the first time. Fished from probably Fremont up the river. Had a great time and caught a lot of fish. I'm gonna just flip this one in if I can. Oh, look at a nice smallie. Jeez. Oh, that wasn't good. Got my popper. There it came loose.
Nice double, Frank.
I might net mine. He's looking better. Come on. Well, I haven't been here in about 4 years, and this is the kind of fish that used to live here on the Wolf River. Look at Jerry's got one too. I just got a tick on this one. Look at that, dude. That's beautiful. We would come up here for a tournament fish, and that's the kind of thing we would want to catch. Look at how beautiful that fish is in the sun. Gosh, I love smallies. All right, we're back. We're in the boat.
Nice fish.
Jerry and I.
We're on the board.
Working seawalls, Fremont, Wisconsin. And let's get going. Let's catch a bunch of those. That was awesome. Not as big as the last one, but a nice one. You know, everybody's got their favorite body of water. The Wolf River is definitely one of mine. I've fished a lot of tournaments there. I've had some success, caught some really nice fish. But it's just really interesting to me, all the different kind of ways to fish there. You know, shallow, deep, clear water, dirty water, you know, moving water, still water. And all of them pretty close together. You can travel literally just a mile or two and fish all those different kind of situations. And when you figure it out, the fish are really good. There, you can catch up to 5-pound largemouth and smallmouth there, and then catch everything else. The seawalls, actually, there's a bend in the river right here. It's all rock underneath. There's a ridge of rocks that run right along the bottom of those seawalls with a little ditch just behind it, and they'll sit down there. And if you can get your lure right up against that wall. A lot of times it drops right down in front of them and they're just sitting there waiting to eat.
Nice fighter.
All right, Jer. There you go, it's a keeper.
Sure is. Here, I'll help you out, buddy. Perfect.
Nice. When we're going back up, we'll hit that, we'll be able to hold a little better there. But you know where they are now.
Definitely there.
Yep, there. I think there's a bunch of them. Keeper, not a giant. Maybe not even a keeper, but a fun one. He's got to be 13. 12, 13. There's tons of those in this river, just all over the place, and boy, are they fun to catch. Not a giant, but okay. Boy, these small ones. I think this is only a 13, 14 inch fish, but he's fighting like, oh, he's a little better. I can say fighting like a champ. Slow down, slow down. As you can tell, the worst I've ever been hooked is on a popping bait like this. Oh, stay in the boat. My line broke, and he's got my bait. There we go. Nice little fish. Keeper, 14 inches, not a giant. You know, there are parts of the Wolf that always hold fish. Typically, there are largemouth and smallmouth spots. Sometimes they're mixed. But as many times as I've been there, it always changes a little bit. You never get there in the exact same water level, water clarity, water current conditions. So even though I know quite a few places where we can catch them, you still have to look and refine it a little bit. What we did mostly on this show was fish main river locations for smallmouth. Areas with currents, some right in downtown Fremont and some a little bit up the river. What we were looking for was cover, mostly on river bends, whether it was a seawall, dock, hole, rock bars, and that's where the smallmouth were, and luckily they were in a few predictable places. This guy's, oh, look at this sucker! Come on, stay on, dude. Oh. Oh. Look at this guy. Look at this for everybody in Chicago watching. We are 3 hours from home, and it's like the Northwoods. Look at that, dude. That is just awesome. We're gonna put the camera down for a second, take a picture of this guy, and before we let him go.
Time on the Water is brought to you by Humminbird Electronics. Simply, clearly, better.
Welcome to the Inner Circle. Rotating coverage up to 300 feet gives you a detailed 360-degree view of structure, contour changes, and fish. So you can see them before they see you. Introducing 360 imaging, only from Humminbird.
Time on the Water Outdoors is your fishing and hunting boating center. We have boats from Bass Cat, Sea Ark, Skeeter. If you hunt or fish, we've got a boat that'll work for you. Time on the Water Outdoors has a full-service tackle department with lines like Shimano, Terminator, Rapala, as long as a complete line of Hyla baits. If you're going to go fishing on the Illinois River, we have a full-service slide bait system here. Come to Time on the Water Outdoors, for outdoorsmen, by outdoorsmen.
Hold it right there. The Minn Kota Talon locks you onto a fishing spot with unmatched speed and stealth. And when Mother Nature tries to knock you off your mark, hit back with the strongest hold on the water. Talon, stand your ground.
New for this year, at Time on the Water Outdoors, we have Hyla baits. I've been fishing soft plastic baits for years, and I think we put together a lineup of baits that will work in any fishing condition. Whether you flip, skip, pitch, or cast, we have a bait that will do the job. Available in many colors, sizes, and shapes, Hilo Baits will help you fill your live well. Go to www.timeonthewateroutdoors.com and check out Hilo Baits, a better bait at a better price.
From freshwater to saltwater, anglers depend on PowerPro to provide a fish-catching edge over standard monofilament or even other super braids. The use of the exclusive enhanced body technology provides a rounder, smoother, slicker, and structurally superior ultra-strong braid line, enhancing pitching and flipping, jigging, casting, trolling, and big game fishing. PowerPro provides specific benefits to every situation an angler encounters and opens the door to waters never fished before. Time on the Water Outdoors presents Muskie Academy, featuring host of Muskie Hunter TV, Jim Sarek, and Midwest guide Mike Hulbert. Register at timeonthewateroutdoors.com or call 815-663-1000.
Not a bad one. Boy, you wonder how many fish there are like this back in a corner. We're not even to the good place yet. That's another little keeper. Beautiful, beautiful fish. We're out here, Jerry. Nobody's here. That fish had no idea it had on. It just picked it up and swam away with it. Now that one I know. Oh, he hit it and I missed it. He's there. You can go for him, Jerry. I'm going to go to the top of this hole. You know, one of the favorite pieces of structure up there on the Wolf, and probably because there's a lot of it, are seawalls. And what they are is they're big, you know, wooden or metal walls, you know, put against somebody's property to keep erosion from going down into the river. Usually it's a straight vertical wall with big posts, whether they're metal or wood. And then at the bottom of them, there'll be rock. It's just a perfect place for a smallmouth to hide and ambush. They can feed up against it. They can wait on the bottom for something to come by. If you find the right seawall, and there's millions of them, but you have to find the right ones, you can really get into them. There's, like I said, there's a hole with a washout here. That one, I wasn't even casting near the seawall where a lot of the activity's been. I'm just kind of at the top of this hole, and they must just all be holding up here waiting for a bait to come down to them. Because as soon as I got to the lip where it dropped off, tink, and there he was. Oh, this might be a good one too. Oh, this one isn't. I was going to say, he's like crazy. Look at this fat dude. Stay here, stay here, stay here. Finally. But a nice one. At least my line broke in the boat. Here's what I'm using. Oh, you hung up, I'm sorry. Guess what? Hilo Baits. Made my own tubes just for here. You know, over the past year, we've been working here at Time on the Water of actually developing our own line of baits, and we've been searching and working with different manufacturers. And for this one of the baits that we're calling Hilo Baits, it was actually a tube bait, was the prime bait when we were catching these smallmouth. They seem to really love it. It's a great tube. It's salt impregnated, and it doesn't cost very much. And I'm going to keep expanding this bait line, and we're going to do real well with it in the future. Look how fat they are. And I can say that because I'm the same way. Ready, Jerry? Let's turn around and go for prime time. You know, the Wolf River, and especially this stretch we're going on, isn't a place you can go with one rod and reel. You need your finesse stuff with the little tubes, you know, with 6, 8, 10-pound tests for catching, you know, some of these smallmouth. Then you go in the backwaters, you can use 65-pound braid, pull them out of the slop. You have to bring a selection of both spinning and bait casting gear, have them rigged up with your various baits, and hopefully you'll find the right one. Yuck. Not what we're looking for. I think there's another one. Oh, this is the right kind. This is what that last one was supposed to be. Not yuck. largemouth. This Wolf River system has fish of every species on here. Largemouth, smallmouth, white bass, walleye, pike. Just a cool, cool place. I love it here. Not a giant, but okay. Keeper. Is that a guy? That guy didn't hit it hard, but he hit it. That's all that matters. Where they are just eating it. Little 14-inch bass. Beautiful. A lot of places I'd kill for one of those. That one I was swimming it back. Boy, even these 14, 15-inch fish love to fight. Come on, open your mouth. You did once. These fish are just gorgeous. Sorry, Jerry, I think I'm just getting to them first.
I'm sure that's not all of it.
That's a big part of it.
That's quite all right.
Oof. You know, you always have to take the conditions into consideration when you're fishing on any body of water. But sunny, shade, you know, cold, warm, doesn't seem to matter as much on a river. Those fish don't have big areas to go to. A lot of times they're stuck on one piece of cover and they're going to stay there. You might have to adjust your approach, especially you know, on a sunny or shady day. There's some days, especially on those seawalls, where the fish will move out 4 or 5 feet to get a bait. Other days you have to get right on it. They're still there, they just might be hugging a little tighter. So you kind of have to adjust for the weather, the sun conditions, the water temp, but when you do, you can catch them. Nice. All right.
Another keeper.
Was he off that corner?
Right off the corner. Come on, buddy, open up. Nice fish.
All right.
Time on the Water is brought to you by Minn Kota Trolling Motors. Anywhere, anytime.
For years, they've quietly taken you where the fish are. But now the silence is about to break. With the incredible new iPilot Link, your Minn Kota and Humminbird can communicate with each other. So you can hold on a spot like an electronic anchor. Record and return to waypoints and paths. Follow any Lake Master depth contour and more. All automatically and all from your Humminbird or the Link remote. They talk and you'll be speechless.
Oh no, it's a big old smallie. This is a giant here. Look at this fish. This is 6 pounds. Time on the Water Outdoors is your fishing and hunting boating center. We have boats from Bass Cat, Sea Ark, Skeeter. If you hunt or fish, we've got a boat that'll work for you. Time on the Water Outdoors has a full-service tackle department with lines like Shimano, Terminator, Rapala, as long as a complete line of Hyla baits. If you're going to go fishing on the Illinois River, we have a full-service live bait system here. Come to Time on the Water Outdoors, for outdoorsmen, by outdoorsmen.
Welcome to the Inner Circle. Rotating coverage up to 300 feet gives you a detailed 360-degree view of structure, contour changes, and fish. So you can see them before they see you. Introducing 360 imaging, only from Humminbird.
Time on the Water Outdoors presents Muskie Academy, featuring host of Muskie Hunter TV, Jim Sarek, and Midwest guide Mike Hulbert. Register at timeonthewateroutdoors.com or call 815-663-1000.
Like I said, we've got there's rock, and it's only about 2 feet deep and then it comes down, it goes all the way down to 10. There's a little slope with rock and some grass, and when they're not real active, it's just a great place for them to sit and hold and wait for something to come by. We'll fish it again with the tubes, but it's always fun to get with this topwater bait. And that fish was a pretty decent fish, and I blew it. Watercolor on a river like the Wolf always changes. After a big rain, it gets muddy, it gets dirty, and that really shuts the fishing down. Then there's other periods where you haven't had rain in a long time. It'll be crystal clear, but there may be no current. Most of the time, you're looking for something in the middle. A little bit of stain in the water with some current is perfect normal conditions. That's what you're looking for. But the neat thing about fishing a river like the Wolf is a lot of times it's not the same color in the whole stretch of it. You can go to where different rivers pour into it, like the Wapaka or the Fox, and find different watercolors there, so you can kind of move around and look, and find what you're looking for, and hopefully the fish will be there.
And I got these. We'll see if we can get him out. Come on, buddy. You got a long set, that'll help. There we go. And back he goes.
He might be a keeper, but he's not a giant. Sorry I talked bad about you, little Smallie. Oh, he is hooked. Just a little guy. Got one, Jerry?
I think I've just
got
got
a log.
something odd here. Yeah, I got the longest one of the day.
All right. You really have two different movements of the fish here, on a river like the Wolf. First, their regular seasonal run, where they will swim many, many miles to their wintering grounds, to deeper holes. So you have to take that into consideration. And then you have movements that just happen throughout the season. They'll go up and spawn in backwaters, where there's clear, shallow, more stable water. And then they'll get out on the river to eat, during the summer, because the river's always bringing them food. It's an easy place to be. So you kind of have to factor all these things in. You could go there 20 different times over the season and have to fish 20 different areas. But from May through about September, they're all going to be shallow. They're all going to be in those predictable areas. You get on that main river stuff, fish seawalls, little rock bars, some boat docks. Got a really good chance of catching some largemouth and smallmouth. Now if I could get a fish to bite and jump right in front of the camera, that'd be awesome. Here he is. Not a bad little fish right here. He's fighting like a dog. That's pretty good because we just ate in that restaurant. Wrapped around, there we go. Boy, this fish isn't, I've caught bigger ones today, but staying down like he doesn't want to come in. Nice 15-inch fish. That's a good way to start after lunch, don't you think? I can still taste the burger. There you go. Beautiful little guy. All right. Belly's full, so is his. Ready.
Got a little life to him anyway.
Flip off those rocks again.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice fish.
Good job.
Nice, healthy fish.
we'd had a good limit on the Illinois.
Yeah, oh yeah. I would have loved these yesterday.
Yeah, you could take like our 6 worst and you'd have won the tournament. Come here. That's a nice one. Had a little cold spell. Oh, this guy don't want to come unhooked. We've missed a couple like this and caught some little ones, but definitely a nice keeper fish. Boom! Again, down in this big hole, we found a little drop off, a place where the fish are staying all the time. They're not moving in here and feeding, they're here. And when we're lucky enough, we can trigger one into biting, but I got a feeling there's 20 nice smallmouth right there and probably a couple big ones. Sometimes you can catch one and fire them up. Let's see if we can get one, Jerry.
You know, people fish the Wolf River all year, but it's not always for the same species. First, the walleye will move, you know, they have a run pretty much after the ice comes out, and then there's the big white bass run. The Wolf's famous for that. After that, it kind of switches to largemouth, smallmouth, you know, although you can still catch them all. But seasonally, you can catch them there just about any time. There's guys that ice fish the backwaters, you know, during the ice. I suggest you get up there just about whenever you can. It's a great place to fish.
Yep. Put up a nice fight.
Another nice one. Gosh, these are big, healthy fish. We've taken probably, what do you think, 10, 11, 12 out of one little place?
I would think so, yeah.
There we go. Get the hook out of my hand. Just a nice, nice fish. Almost identical to that last one. Yeah, there's a bunch of them here. We fished this spot, second or third spot we stopped this morning and caught a couple, and then we went on and tried a bunch of other water without as much success. It makes you think what would have happened if we'd have stayed here.